What's up, everybody? Welcome to Parlor Talk. This is your girl, Enya Phoenix. We have a lovely special guest today. We've got Jason here with us.
What's happening?
Jason Bhimji.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm Jason Bhimji. Yeah, I thought she'd introduce me, so I figured.
It's all right. And I'm Shhmoney, girl. You already know what it is. The hottest in the city.
Welcome to Parlor Talk, where this is the conversation behind the hair. We got a new tagline. So
I love it.
Dee will be with us shortly. You know, Southwest Florida traffic.
Oh, you gotta love it.
And then you got all the people coming in from out of town, and they act like they don't know how to drive. If you are slow, get all the way to your right side, left side, we slide.
I don't know what's worse, Cape Coral traffic or Lehigh traffic.
They're probably both really
They're
close.
probably about that. Ever since Lehigh with the 82, they opened up new roads and construction on the other side.
I had to get
Both
out of
the paint.
Lehigh.
Both the
I
paint.
couldn't do the traffic anymore.
I can't. So today I brought one of my really good friends, Jason, and he is an entrepreneur. We brought some life to you, some stuff about football. We've also just talked about girl stuff. But today we're going to talk about business and how to make shmoney. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself, tell people who you are so you can be well known.
Perfect. Yeah, my name's Jason Bhimji. I've been in Cape Coral my whole life. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Love helping the community. Pretty much anything we can ever do to be in the community, we're there. But yeah, we love 239, and this is where we bleed it.
Hell yeah. And where are you originally from?
Here. Well, I
Here,
was born in Fairfax, Virginia. But my dad's from Uganda, and then my grandparents are from Italy.
I was about to say that because when I first met you, I didn't know what the hell you were.
I'm a chameleon. I can be whatever you want me to be.
And he told me he has like a tattoo of Africa, right?
Yep.
And I was like, hold up, you're African?
Yep.
And you just started going into details. So I thought that was really dope.
Yep, Uganda.
So you
My dad's
grew
a
up
refugee.
here. That's amazing. I did not know that.
Yeah, he was like 9 years old, toting a machine gun through the jungle. Got
thug
shot
life.
twice coming out here.
No.
Dang.
And now he's like a doctor for medicine,
All
correct?
natural healer, yep.
I love
And where
that.
does he practice?
Bonita.
Bonita.
Yep. Ancient touch massage therapy, Dad. Love you.
Yes.
Nice.
So it's just entrepreneurs all in your family.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't say that. We're used to seeing our parents work crazy 9 to 5s, and you've been taught from a young kid.
Well, no, I actually self-taught it because I was always the guy hustling candy in school or, going around in my neighborhood seeing if I could pull weeds or take out their garbage. I was always hustling from a young age. I wanted to have money in my pocket.
I respect that. A lot of people don't remember the hustle and what they've been through, the struggle they've been to, and they get to where they're at and they get a little comfortable, but you're on full throttle 24/7. It's like when I say Jason, they're like, who? The one that owns this or that? I'm like, yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell people what do you really own? Break it down a little bit, because you're a jack of all trades, but a master of a lot too.
Yeah. Well, so Torch Bar and Grill is a nice restaurant that we have down here in Cape. Buddha Live is in Fort Myers. Complete Body Defense, which is we're neighbors.
We're neighbors, y'all. So if you ever hear I hear Artistry in downtown Cape, the best CBD. They even got dog treats. So during the hurricanes, your dog's acting like a whole crackhead.
Yeah. Or 4th of
Stop
July.
in. Oh yeah, with the fireworks.
Yeah. But yeah, so we have Cape Coral, Complete Body Defense Cape Coral, Complete Body Defense Fort Myers, Complete Body Defense Key West, Complete Body Defense medical marijuana certifications. We got Juicy, which is like a healthy eats in Esporta Gym on Del Prado. We just sold Big Ten and Omelet Shop, gone. So please, people, stop bothering me about the service over there. The food has changed, please, because I get 4 or 5
I'll be honest with
messages
you,
a
it's
week.
not the same. A lot of businesses don't realize that the owner that starts it up is the brand. And a lot of people come for that personal
100%.
experience. And when you start dropping and not being around, you can see the absence difference. And when you sold it, I'll be real with you, I don't really go there no more. And that used to be my hangout spot.
I know.
And the food's still fire, and there's still some
She
people
be
there.
hitting me up at midnight. Hey, you still serving tots? It's like we serve food till 1:30
I
every
love
night.
the tots with
Yes.
the cheese and the ground beef
Oh,
on
yeah,
top.
the big back ones.
I'm a fat girl.
I'm a fat boy.
Girl.
You actually cannot trust a skinny chef.
No.
You're a barbecue guy, Shit.
You got to test everything out,
Right?
just like the old school your moms, or when dads do the barbecue, they're already filled because they're already cutting the meats and testing it while it's
Yes,
going.
yes.
I never realized that until after I got older. And now when I cook for my son. When I do cook, don't ride me because I'll be working all the time. But when I do cook, I don't want to eat afterwards. You ever felt that? Like you just want to watch everybody else experience the food and enjoy it?
See the smiles.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
but then
what?
you're usually drinking while you're cooking too. So
That's true.
Like, nope,
I
I'm good.
get
I
that
just wanna
sexy wine
I'll
drunk
drink,
real quick.
I'll eat after 17 drinks or whatever.
I feel that. So what would you say coming into being an entrepreneur? You said you've been starting since you were young. You were selling candy bars and hustling and learning your price point and stuff. What made you think at 18 years old, 17, whenever you officially started your first business, that you were never going to work for somebody? This is just what you really wanted to do.
That's a good question. So when I first got out of high school, actually, I'll rewind that. When I was in 3rd grade, I knew I did not want to go to college. Like, I did not. I just wanted to make money and just, like, hustle, you know? After high school, I barely even graduated high school, but I did graduate. I got a diploma. I'm happy about that. But when I started bartending at a real young age, and, you know, we were banking. I remember people be like, oh, when are you going to go and get a real education to get a real job? It's like, bitch, I'm making more money than you.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Making $400 or $500 a fucking day, and you're over there. You went to school for 4 years for a piece of paper, you know.
And can't find a job.
Plus, a lot of my friends that went to college, I would go and visit them and have fun with them, and then I'd come back and work, you know? I had a house before all my friends. Like, everybody, they were jealous of my lifestyle when I wasn't jealous of theirs, except for they were partying with a bunch of chicks all the time, you know?
While you making the hustle on the side.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was bartending at Stevie Tomatoes on Del Prado, the original Stevie's, and a couple customers asked me to bartend their wedding. You know, so I was like, fuck yeah, I'll go get drunk with y'all and have fun,
yeah.
You know? So I bartended a couple parties and noticed that there was no companies that were doing that. So I just started Top Shelf Bartenders. That was my first business.
And how old were you?
I was like 21 probably.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But it was crazy because we didn't have a liquor license. So,
so you were thugging it.
Yeah. It was awesome. So we would be like, oh, yeah, we can do your party, no problem. They'd be like, yeah, send me your insurance, your liquor license, all this, right? So no problem. We're booked in. We're locked in. I would always find a way to, like, send them an email, but, like, be like, oh, I have bad internet or something. That party come, get the party done with, and then they still at that event, like, oh, I didn't get the insurance. Bitch, I don't have the insurance. Like, you're not going to get it.
It's like secrets. You didn't hear this.
Yeah, no, this is real. This is many years ago, so it's done now. But it's crazy because we actually started getting a really good reputation because we would only charge for the bartender, the bar, and then like the mixers and stuff because we didn't want to like get in super trouble like doing the liquor and charging for the liquor. So until one party came and we actually said, you know what, I'll go shopping with you. We'll do all the liquor, everything. So I was able to start charging per head instead of just per event.
Nice.
So I did it for like $18 a head for 100 people, and I was like, hell yeah, $1,800. Cost me damn near $1,800 to supply the party, but made me realize that I can do it per head. You know, so then now if you want to party with us, it's like $45 a head.
That's what I'm talking about.
But we're doing top shelf everything, you know, or even our bartenders are flaring and everything. So it's still a business that's going on still to this day. So if anybody needs a service, we got you.
And a license now.
Yeah, and we are licensed, 100%. And insured, everything. Yeah, we got you.
That's what's up. And then going in after you decided you didn't want to do college, I talk to students and everything, like trades are a big thing now, and a lot of schools do not teach that. They like, go to college, they force you to go to this stuff. But there's not only being a stylist, there's being bartenders, there's also people getting into now the medical field. Oh, yeah. When it comes to with the THC, everything's becoming recreational. And you really don't have to go to school for that, for business. Do you feel like being a business owner now that it would have profited you and done you better if you would have went to school, or do you feel like you would have been solo dolo the way you are now?
It probably could have went either or, because you got to figure if you went to school, then you're learning it all through the books. I feel like it's better to learn through the actions,
the experiences,
learning through the failures, learning. You know, fail only means first attempt in learning. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you don't fail, then how are you really gonna learn? Because when you're doing things great, you're never gonna be like, yeah, I'm actually doing this wrong, but it's just rolling so good. You don't know. When you fuck up, you understand you can't make that same mistake again. So you're learning from your mistakes.
It's your hard lesson.
Yeah.
And then learning by a book, what does that teach you? They only teach you basics in school anyway. And then you still have to go out into the real world, still go into that job, work it to then become that craft, get 100%. That craft harness.
Yes.
Well, that's the problem with nowadays too, is the younger kids, which is actually not a problem, but it's changing the way things are going, because think about it, when you go into Chipotle or McDonald's or any of these restaurants that the younger kids usually have those jobs, but now the kids are trading and they're doing YouTube and podcasts, and the younger kids are doing this. So all these work jobs we don't have that age group of people that are supposed to go through the grunt work and supposed to be getting paid the $10, $12 an hour to do these jobs. So like social media has changed everything.
It changed the game.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, with you saying that, I feel like they need to go through it, because now everything is handed to this generation. It is very easy to blow up off one video on YouTube or on TikTok, and there was no hard work or struggle behind that. And that doesn't teach discipline. It doesn't teach morals. It doesn't understand the actual business side of it.
Sure.
And now we have computers taking over. You go to Walmart, you scan it yourself. Target, you scan it. Well, damn, I should get paid. I shouldn't even pay taxes, because I feel like I'm working for them at this point.
Where you scan in,
It's all like self-service.
it's like
Robots are taking over.
Taking over. It's like, what's that movie with Will Smith?
Robot.
Oh my Lord, if we going through that right now. No.
Serious.
Bank of America doesn't have tellers no more.
No wonder
Like-
why I can't get no damn money out. Jesus Christ.
So-
I know everybody's relating with me on that one.
Yo, that's
Try
a
to get
struggle.
$1,000. Oh, sorry, we can't get. That's my money. What do you mean? What are you doing with
Or
it?
just trying to get a hold of somebody on the phone. You got to go through 1, 2, 5, 6, 0, all this before you get a person that actually talks. So I'm just hitting 0. I'm like, somebody got to
So just
come.
mashing it.
that
Yes.
is a secret code.
It
to
really
getting
is.
Someone
0.
on the line, just zero
Sometimes, because my
constant.
insurance done logged me off and shut me down a couple times. I'm back on the phone, caller 88 now. I'm like,
yeah,
oh
that
my
is so
Lord,
rough.
I can't
Phone
get
dies.
through it. So with being an entrepreneur, of course we have good days, we have bad days. What would you say to yourself now, 20 years ago? Because you've been in the game since you were young. You're at what age now? Sorry,
37.
you don't ask a woman
no,
age,
no.
but I'm gonna ask the man the age real quick.
37.
37. You're not even 40 yet.
Not
And
yet.
you have all these businesses. You have to have goals, which we'll talk about that later. But being in the industry for 20 years, what would you tell yourself 20 years ago?
Oh my God, my dad used to always tell me, save your money, save your money, save your money. And it's like, nope, I'm going to the strip club, I'm making it rain. Like, when you're making money, like when you're young, it's tough to save. Like, but that's what I would have done, is just even put 10% of what I made away. Oh my God.
And by putting 10%, because a lot of people that own businesses, they really don't know the difference.
Well, if you
between
own a business now, you
accounts.
need to be putting way more than 10%, because you need to be putting at least 33% for taxes. And then I think a rule of thumb is 50%. Put it aside.
I just
don't
had
touch
that
it.
conversation yesterday. I did a financial class here, and the financial Michael is his name. He was saying at least a minimum of 10, and I'm like, well, I was told from Ivan Suarez, Booms, he's my mentor and owns Booms Barbershop. D, Chopping got you back in.
We got you. We already gave
Oh, I
you a
love
good
your
introduction,
hair.
too.
I told him we're gonna find a curly hair
Good
diva.
introduction.
Oh, thank you. I apologize.
Welcome,
the day
welcome.
had got away from me. I felt
No,
like
it
I
was
had to-
traffic, remember? Traffic.
And your hair looks bomb.
Thank you.
I told him it's gonna be a
appreciate
curly hair girl coming in,
I
and
do
then
braids
boom.
too. If y'all see, this is my work. No big deal.
it. How you been?
Very good. Yourself?
Miss you here on this side. You've been spending too much time on the other side.
I know. But Key West is a beautiful place to
I
spend.
know. I've
so
been following you. I saw what you did with that homeless lady. That was very nice.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
what did he do with a homeless lady? I
Oh, I
haven't been
know.
on social media that much. Like, am I slacking right
Well,
now?
it was a while back, and
Yeah.
I think it was like in the middle of COVID or something. There was this older lady that used to sleep behind his one of
She
his.
sleeps behind our shop. She was down there for like 20 plus years.
Oh my
But I always hook her up. She's she's awesome. Nobody
She's
like pays her
super
no mind,
cute.
because she's just like kind of a figure in Key West. But I always like make sure she's got food and mattresses and bug spray.
That's
just
dope.
Take care of her.
But good deeds, it comes back. Like, it always comes back to you. And it's the people that don't expect to get anything back that is highly blessed by
That's
the
what I was
universe.
gonna say though. Make sure that you're not doing shit just to get something back, because you'll never get anything if you. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Like, if you're not doing it for the right reasons, then just don't do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know my mom used to always tell me, like, when you're sitting at the red light and they come, knocking on the window asking, you give it. 'Cause
I give
one
it sometimes because some people be
Some
scaring
people-
me.
Some
But
people
see,
got better
but
shoes
that-
on than
to-
most people, and they're fucking.
It was always said to me that it's not for you to decide or to judge who needs it. At that time, they're asking, and it is in your kind heart to give it to them, whether that's your last dollar, $2 that you have. In the end, it's going to be someone above you to then come back and look at you, be like, he had bad intentions or she had bad intentions, and you still did the right thing. Here is now your blessing later on down the road.
I take that.
Mom's a smart woman.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
my husband used to always, like, whenever I would be like, see a homeless person and he's like, has the, you know, the cardboard saying, we'll work for money, or, you know, my husband's like, oh, he's just gonna use it for drugs or alcohol. And I'm like, if he does, that's what he will have to answer to God one day, and that's his decision. What we do, that's what I want to do. If I want to, if God puts in my heart to bless somebody, it doesn't matter what that person's gonna do with that.
I feel like the people that are saying we'll work for food is real, and the people that are really wanting alcohol, they'll write on their signs, like, they have no shame. I want to smoke weed and I want to drink. Give me a couple bucks.
I've never
you know?
seen none of those.
Well, this is a Key West thing too. I
Oh,
guess.
okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
It's nonstop.
At
It's
least they're
crazy.
blunt about
That's
it.
what I'm saying. I'll be like, yeah, here you go.
I respect that a little bit more. I live by Gandhi. He has a quote that says, be the change you want to see in this world. Like, no matter what, always keep the same heart, be a giving. Some people aren't givers. Some people are naturally takers. Some
Yes.
people are naturally
Most are
healers.
takers.
Yes. More than 80% are always takers. And I've learned that throughout this business and being an entrepreneur. And like we were talking about earlier, like, we've all been through good and the bad. And people only see when you get to a certain level the good, because social media is so big that we only portray that happiness, what we're going through, whatever's happened, like at that moment, oh, we're doing this event, or I just got engaged. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Thank you.
congratulations. Like,
My fiance.
A
she-
fiance.
She was really adamant.
those
about
are
that.
extra
We
points
got it
right
in,
there.
baby.
But we do all this, but they don't see the real struggle, the tears, the sweat, the nights that we're not sleeping, the times that we're sitting there. Even as a single mom, I had a thought inside my son's mouth while I'm sitting there doing business on the side, trying to
love
figure
it.
it out.
I
And
love it.
you being a business owner for so many years, you had to go through some tribulations. What was one of the worst?
I got robbed for over $500,000. That was
What?
the worst.
$500,000
Yep.
from somebody you knew.
Nope, never met him in my life.
Like a hacker type of
No,
thing.
they trolled me on social media and followed me home from Big Ten multiple times. And then they seen me go into Lucino's when we were opening our pizzeria
Yeah.
in Vegas. Come home, my door was open. They cut a hole through my safe and got me for everything.
That
I
is
paid.
some like the heist crap.
Yeah.
Like,
Look.
movie shit.
Yeah, it's
This is the same thing that happened when you first opened here.
well, no, that was just some scumbag partners.
Oh, shit.
So that was a different deal. Carlos and Adele's fuck asses.
Oh,
No, 'cause
Name
they-
dropping.
Yeah,
That's
I
some
will.
real
I have
shit
no
because a
problem
lot of
name
people don't
dropping.
do that.
Because
So
they
we
need to
know
be
who
called
you
out for
are.
what they did. But I'm not going to say last names, but people know. Anyway, so I opened this business from a flea market store.
We're
little
talking about
shack.
the CBD,
Yeah,
complete body defense now.
So actually, first I was in a network marketing company. We were crushing it. We were making $17,000 a week from this company. I was with partners with this dude Marcus. Everybody knows he's a piece of shit too.
I freaking love
For
you.
real, for real.
This is gold.
Hey,
So
it is what it is.
we're doing everything, we're cranking, and then he wanted to diss our partnership. It's like after we did all this work,
So
making
grimy.
all this money. So then I just opened my own company. Said fuck it, like these guys, they gave me a great insight of how this business is played. I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah.
Opened a little flea market store, and crushed it. We were doing like $3,000 a day, and only Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is
Which
still
is even
straight.
more amazing money to be there for 3 days a week.
Yeah. Well, and then it was getting super busy. I needed people, so I gave them a percentage for helping me run it. I just gave them 30% for them to split, so they both had 15%. I love doing that because, especially after I know that you're in the industry, you're really good at
You
the
know what
craft.
you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Takes a little stress off my shoulders.
Of
So
course.
we save all this money from the flea market to open this store right next to us or to you. We did it up right. We put a huge waterfall in there, koi fish pond.
Absolutely
Did
gorgeous.
it right. And we also do medical marijuana certifications on the other side. So we're cranking. We had, I don't know, something happened to where there was money missing, right? Like something. They blame me for it. So whatever. They still only own 30% of the company. They tried coming in here. They changed the locks. They took all the product. Didn't know where the fuck they held it hostage pretty much.
Wow.
I go to my flea market store. All the product gone.
Gone.
This is like 10 days before we're supposed to open. Remember that?
No, that was when I first met you.
Yeah.
And he was going through it. I remember I was just going through something. I think it was COVID or something. And then,
No,
No,
COVID
'cause it
happened
was-
right.
oh, the other thing that we went through, I was going through some stuff and he was going through and he comes out stressed. And you're like, I'm calling the damn police. I'm like, oh shit, it's popping off in Cape
Coco
Coral.
over here.
What are you supposed to do?
You
I mean,
have to. We
have
could become a business
$50,000
owner.
worth of product there. But anyway, so they stole the product, ended up getting a lawyer, obviously, and 2 years later I won the settlement because they
2
only
years.
own 30%. So it's like
They
all
weren't- they
that
didn't have the
product,
right
that
to
wasn't
do
your
that.
product. 30% of it was. You know what I'm saying? Now, all the product goes expired.
Oh.
So like,
Now you can't even use it.
yeah, it's like, whatever. It is what it is. It's done over now because now we have the Key West store and that thing.
And look at God's
Key West
blessings.
is just-
Yep.
Somebody takes from you and
But
gains 5 times
Key
more.
West has been the funnest because when we opened that store, I gave Chelsea, my fiance, a percentage. I gave my older brother a percentage. I gave my twin brother a percentage. I gave my cousin Ricky a percentage. And then I had my boy Scott. He bought in. Sorry, Scott. But, I was blessing all my friends and family, and it was just dope as fuck. Everybody's making money together. And when we were first down there, we were the first store selling Delta 8, Delta 10, THCO. Now there's a store every block. But, man, we were doing $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a day. It's
That's
like,
what I'm
oh,
talking
man.
about.
And then, now with it doing what it's doing, we're in the process of trying to get our medical license through the state of Florida, so we can just transition all our stores into.
Oh, you're going to do it.
Oh,
I know
Yeah,
you
of
already.
course.
Come on,
Of
man.
course.
So you've been through some hell.
Yeah.
And how would you tell, I've been through it, but say I'm a new business, how would you tell me to avoid that? Because as entrepreneurs, we try to give help to the next entrepreneurs coming up to avoid certain situations like that.
I think the reason I got robbed, I was doing network marketing, we're killing it. So, it's smoke and mirrors in network marketing because you have to kind of promote that lifestyle. You have to promote dressing sick as fuck, having the nicest car, for people to want to join your team. Because a lot of the stuff you're doing, you're posting on social media to gain people's attention. You know what I'm saying? You're checking into Bentley when you're driving a Honda. You know what I'm saying? You're checking into Louis Vuitton when you're going to McDonald's.
Yeah.
But,
Smoke
it's
and
all,
mirrors.
It really is smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
But, as you climb up the ranks, I think the smartest thing for any new entrepreneur would be to join a network marketing company. Do it for, find the best product that applies to your life, and you will learn so much more than you'll earn because it does take some time. My first network marketing company, I think I made my biggest check was $50, and I was at every meeting. I went to every convention. I spent thousands and thousands, but I learned so much from this, and got some of the best guys in my life, girls, everybody. And you're with all these like-minded individuals that just want to dominate and change their lives, and the personal development you go through, and a lot of people don't do enough personal development.
Yes.
They
Because
don't.
Our bodies are like a gas tank, right? And you need to keep filling that gas tank up with positive influences and positive shit in your life, or else you'll just go to zero, and
It's,
that's
it's
when
sort
you-
of it's sort of like it's energy, right? If you surround yourself with people that are negative, if every time you thought about a business idea and you went to a business partner and said, hey, and that person, I want to do this, and that person was like, oh, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think you never
Oh
grow.
my God, I'm so glad you. So, I would also, as a new entrepreneur, do not listen to people unless you want to buy into their lifestyle.
Exactly.
If you do not want to be where they're at or what they're doing, do not fucking listen to them.
I feel that.
So many fakers out there.
I just opened up. I signed my
Oh, congrats.
contract
Damn, I wish you wouldn't have
today.
said that. I was gonna bring it back.
Ah! So, but it's funny that you say that because I just signed a contract for my second business. I went in partnership with my boyfriend, and I woke up one day and I always had this dream to build something that I'm not behind a chair working and busting my butt and torturing my body, because being a hairstylist, people don't realize we don't eat correctly, we don't drink correctly, we're talking,
Yeah.
energy,
Carpal
everything. I
tunnel.
got carpal tunnel and arthritis, and I'm 30 years old. So I threw out a little thing to him. I was smoking a little weed. And I was like, babe, they got cosmetology stuff
You be
everywhere.
getting all those good
Oh, I
ideas
get the
when you
best
smoke.
ideas
Liddy.
when I'm on hybrid, okay? I think he's been going. And I threw at him, like, I want to open up a barbershop supply store. There's not one in the whole county.
And now
So
there is.
now there
that.
is.
next
And you
to
already
this
know
bad boy.
Shhmoney is going to come up with some crazy ass stuff. So I
Yes.
threw it at him, and he thought about it. He's like, that's a good idea. What about the name? And I looked at him, kind of put my head down. I was like, the plug? Because we the plug, right?
love
And
it.
honestly, we all have our old lifestyle. And I am not trying to erase my old lifestyle, but brand it off differently to give you a different mindset to it. So I go to my mom, she's a probation officer, supervisor for probation for 20 years. I said, Mom, I'm gonna open up a shop. It's gonna be called The Plug, right? And she put her hand, I was like, that ratchet ass name. But I told her it was a marketing scheme. It's the
Of
point that
course.
people are gonna wanna know who The Plug
Absolutely.
is.
Sure.
And you're gonna have your street, whatever they think of The Plug. But then you have my 60-year-old people that sit near barbers or salons and they need clippers, they need this. They're like, you know what, I'm gonna go to that Plug because they got everything. That's why I think they call it The Plug. But it brought, and if it was for her, I thought for a good 2 months, my boyfriend and I were going back and forth like, babe, I brought this name up to a couple family members. They don't think it's a good idea. He's like, when have you ever listened to somebody?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck that, you right. Run it. We gonna be The Plug today. And now we have it officially going, and I know in my heart that it's gonna blow up because the way I kept that and kept it so original to who I was. You never listen to somebody
Not
when you're an
only that,
entrepreneur
it's-
when it comes to that.
It's very original, and like you said, there's another one around here. So
Yeah, unless they're doing illegal. They're the illegal plug. which
Exactly.
She ain't.
I'm
anymore.
LLC, bitch.
yes, we're profiting up in here.
I'm telling
Let's
you.
go.
But it's true. You just cannot listen to people because people will kill your dreams. And sometimes it's because, one, they've never been in our shoes. I love my mother to death. She is a hustler, and that's where I get my hustle from. Unfortunately, she's never had her own business. So she
Yeah.
doesn't know what it takes to work behind what I do.
Yeah.
And I give people opportunity. She's worked a 9 to 5 her whole life. So honestly, you can't go as an entrepreneur and go talk to somebody that's a 9 to 5 and expect them to understand your big
Not at all.
dreams
No way.
because they're very small minded and they'll crush them dreams. Then it starts
They're
making
dream
you suck.
crushers.
Yeah,
They're
dream
literally, that's what it's
crushers.
called.
And you know what? And there's people that are dream crushers out of jealousy and
That's
because
what I'm
they
about to say, out
can't
of
do it
enviness.
themselves.
100%.
But then you have people that genuinely love you.
And they think that they're giving you good advice.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
Or they
I-
don't want to let you go to the next level. They
That
don't wanna,
part.
They don't want to. They want to hold you down to where you're at.
well, and I'm gonna get real deep for a minute. I love you, honey.
Like we all throwing shade today. Like, bro, bro.
really love you.
No, I'm just joking.
Oh,
So yesterday was my 29-year anniversary with my
Damn.
husband.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, those are goals.
That is such
Um,
goals.
yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea.
But my
better go.
husband is the first one to be like, "You're doing too much," and it's not out of jealousy or anything negative. He just wants me for himself.
Yeah.
You know, in a little.
That's dope. After 29 years, that he still want to be
Straight
greedy.
up. You got
That's
your
dope. That's awesome.
He's like today. He was like, "Am I gonna see you when I get home?" I'm like, "No, it's Monday. Monday's my busiest day. I work, I do the podcast, and Monday is my selfish day because I do my little salsa classes after the podcast. So it's like I don't get home till like 9:30." And he's like, "Man," and he hasn't had a day off because his job is running a new promotion, and it started his 2 days off. So he's like, "I think you're doing too much." I mean, I have a couple of jobs. I go to school. I'm a grandma, and now I did a podcast. And he's like, how many more things do you want to do? I was like, I don't know. I just know that there's something bigger meant for me, and I want to figure out what it is.
And honestly, we need 7 streams of income. I watch Shark Tank. If you don't have 7, you're never going to be a multimillionaire or a billionaire or
That
retired
part.
by 35, 40. Like, why would we limit ourselves while we're still moving and we are young? We got that fire. We can talk to people. We can really inspire others. Why would I put a hold on me? What? So
Exactly.
I'm 50 years old and then I'm crippled and can barely salsa? Like, like really think about how many people waste their
and
lives
I
doing
wanna-
that.
And I'm taking this opportunity because, you know, I spend the majority of my life raising my kids, you know, and now I don't have children that I need to look after. So now I was like, shit, now it's my turn. I need to hustle. I need to do what I want to do for me, you know, and not forget that we are still a unit. So we do plan for our future. But then, you know, he will have those moments where like, I just want you to myself. You're doing too much. So family members can also kind of be like that voice in your head, kind of like make you
Just
think
tell them
twice.
whenever you don't have to have those 2 jobs, you'll have me all by myself.
Oh, but that's,
That
that's-
part.
I'm saying?
No, but that's the part.
Exactly. That's
I
why
don't-
you're doing this.
I don't have to work. Actually, I don't have to work.
You
just
choosing
want-
to work.
I want to work because I spend the majority of my life raising kids, and I feel like as a woman, I lost a lot because I was a
lost your
mom.
independence.
I was a mom and a wife. I wanted to figure out who Dee was. Dee is a nurse. Dee is a motivational speaker. Dee wants to mentor teen parents. Dee wants to be in a podcast, but those are things that I'm able to do now because I have the freedom that he provides financially.
What's up?
You know
And
what
he
I'm
just
saying?
wants to sit back and retire
Yes.
and drink margaritas with his wife.
Yep.
Probably slap the booty cheeks a little bit too.
So then wouldn't it be trying to find something that would motivate him to come into
Business with you.
business with you, or motivate him to be like, hey, this is what I'm doing now, because we have spent so much of our time giving to others. Now this is my time, but I also want to branch out with you as my husband, as my business partner, and grow with me. Because there's a thing too, is you have a 9-to-5. I come from a family that's from a 9-to-5. I was a 9-to-5, but I was on the heavier side. There's a lot of stuff that I wanted to do, but my weight held me back. I wanted to be in the limelight. I wanted to do, this and that and the other, and my self-consciousness held me back. So then I was like, you know what? It's time to start moving on. I'm tired of a 9-to-5. And then I've known Icey since 2008, and seen him grow, seen him branch out. And then he pulled me in, and I was just like, you know what? I am going to be here no matter what. Screw whatever partners you've had in the past. Screw whatever business partners you've had in the past. I am now by your side to make this
Which
shit
I love
grow.
that, because you got my dog smiling and he's so motivated and he's so like driven, tunnel vision.
Yes, we have our problems. Yes, we have our fights. But at the end, tag me in. I'm hungry enough. I am daredevil enough to get shit done. Start tagging
I
me
love
in.
that.
And it's just like,
I love
yes,
it.
I come from a 9-to-5 still now, but I need to start tagging out.
Amen.
So it's just
Which is
like,
true. I did that. I was engaged, and I feel like being an entrepreneur and growing faster than my fiance at the time, it hindered our relationship. Became envious. It became jealousy.
Hard to work
I was
with, too.
moving. It was very too hard, and to the point that he was very insecure as a man. So I couldn't work with other men. I'm a stylist. I'm working with barbers all day. So what I learned from that too is that I did forget to spend time with my loved one. That was the hardest thing, that we forget balance. We're entrepreneurs. We're on the go. We work 9 to 9, 24/7. It does take a toll. You need to know a balance. One day out the week, it should always be a date night. No matter what, you spend that time with that person. You put your phones down, airplane mode. F them kids. If you were full-time parents, you know exactly what I mean. F them kids. Like, you need to take that time with your loved one and remember that. So when I got into my new relationship, I learned my faults. I learned that I'm a hustler. I'm a boss bitch when it comes down to it. Maybe I wasn't as good as a wife that I could have been, or a spouse, because I was full throttle building hair artistry. So with my boyfriend now, I see long term. I see I want to marry him. I want to be with him. How can I not make that go back into the same fault? So I had that conversation. Baby, you a barber, you're a manager, I own a salon. Let's get to the same level. Let's do a business together. Let's run up these fucking numbers and make it work, so he will never feel envious of me. He would never feel like he didn't have enough time with me, or
it's a
jealousy.
partnership.
It's a real partnership. And I told him earlier, I was like, damn, I feel like I'm married because I went in business with him first before I got married. And to me, I feel like that's a little bit more trust. Way more
Definitely.
trust than it is to marry somebody. So I'm giving you
100%.
everything. With you, you're a male. Of course.
That I am great.
You're like,
Yeah,
and you have a-
let me
didn't
let me
know,
check.
now you
Let
I
me
have no
check.
problem with what
Let me
people
lick
do
your
with
eyeball.
it.
And you have a fiance now. Y'all been together how long?
For 4+ years.
4+ years. Do you feel like that ever became an issue, and how did you solve that?
Working
well,
together.
Yeah.
So when we first got together, I was running Big Ten, so I was there from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m.
lot.
every day. And she was bartending at Buddha. So, yeah, it was crazy, but we would always end up at each other's house at night, so that was fine. So I had no problem with her grind, and I seen she had a grind. She was working 6 days a week at the time, so I think the hardest thing was when we first opened the Key West store and she started working with me, because I was teaching her everything about the business, and then she got to the point where she got better than me. I wish I wouldn't have just said that.
You will never live that
She's
down.
a G.
Though.
She can sell some products. You know, she's a great, and her energy's amazing.
It's her personality.
Her personality is great. But like, then it gets to the point where she doesn't listen, you know, and it's like, it's still my business. But now I guess it's all yours. So yeah, we're engaged now, so it is all hers, you know. So, but it shit's tough, like, cause it's just tough to have to be able to bounce ideas is great, but like then when you want to put different things in action and you want to put something different in action, then you have to compromise. But that's the toughest part about it. It's tough for anybody to do that,
Yes.
let alone working together.
It's kind of like putting pride aside sometimes because we become very prideful with our businesses.
Yeah.
I love my business. Somebody comes in here and starts moving one thing. I'm like, excuse me, like don't touch nothing. Like leave everything the way it is.
So in our store in Key West, everything has to be the way Chelsea has it.
See,
I swear to
it's
God.
like an OCD
Which
thing
is
of
what it
women.
is. She does a good
OCD.
job though. She does a
Hey,
great job with
if
it.
it
So,
works, it works.
Yeah.
Everybody,
yeah.
Yesterday I got asked a lot. That's why I made a post on Facebook. Everybody keeps asking, oh, what's the secret? 29 years. Well, there is no secret. There is no magic
work.
potion. It's a decision that you choose to be with that person. You're not always going to like that person. You're not always going to be happy with that person. But you can't base your decision on emotion because emotions are temporary, right? So I decided 29 years ago that he was my person. And I was only 15 at the time, but I remember finding out that I was pregnant and being like, okay, we're going to make this work because I'm not about to have a baby daddy.
Straight up.
Like,
I hate that.
no.
That word.
I'm not. So we made it work. And again, there was times where I wanted to tap out and he gave 100% and I was maybe at a 50. There was times where I was at 100 and he was at a 20. It doesn't matter. As long as you both want to make it work, you will make it work.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So now that you guys are in business together, teaching wise, how is the teaching? You teaching her coming into the business? She give you a lot of lip.
No, not at the beginning. Nope. Until she thought she knew more than me. That's when she started giving me a lot of lip.
See,
But
I find
then it is what it is because she really did know her shit. So it's like, hey, if you're saying it a different way but coming to the same conclusion and same, as long as it's this, then it's that, you know? Try not
yeah,
to
I
argue
mean,
about shit
I'm
we can't-
kind of the same. Like, I'll let him teach, but then it's just like, let me do it. I'm a perfectionist. Let me get it. Let me figure my way out.
Yeah.
And then let me get it. Because once I get it, I'll get it, and that's it. And then it's like, because I'm so used to being that main person, it's just like, I don't need you to teach
Hold on,
me.
let me
but
clear
I
this
do
up.
need-
Look, he said, let me
Hold
get
on,
on the
let me clear
mic
this
real
up.
quick.
Clear this up. What it is you want to be great fast.
Fast.
Yep.
And it doesn't
And,
happen.
I'm just like,
Doesn't happen.
slow down,
Yeah.
figure this out, and then we'll move on. I'm not going to let you move until we
That's
figure
that's
this
what's called microwave society now. Everybody, and it's crazy because if after we leave here, once you go into your friend's house next time, look at their microwave. Guarantee it, there's 1 or 2 seconds left. So you're taking a meal. No bullshit. You're
I
taking a
hate that
meal that
beep.
takes a minute and a half or 2 minutes to cook, but you're so fucking impatient that you have to take it out 2 seconds before it's gonna beep.
Before the beep.
Like,
Yeah.
It's
what?
more of not hearing the beep.
But
I'll
no,
tell
no,
you
no.
that.
No, whatever. But it translates into business, into anything that you do. So it's the microwave society. Everything wants people fast. Everybody wants something fast. They want to be an expert fast. But in all reality, it takes 7 years to be an expert at something. And that's what people don't understand. It's like you have to go through the struggles and you have to learn everything about that business or what you're doing to become that expert. So like I bartended my whole life. Like I'm an expert 3 times over, you know, in bartending, mixology. That's why we're good at restaurants, you know?
Yeah.
Network marketing, I did for 10 years. You become an expert at something, you dominate. You become that 1% of that industry, you know?
Exactly.
And if you put in the dedication, the work, and the time, it's all going to come to play. But most people, they fucking jump ship for something, or they're too impatient to actually.
I think
stick
people
through
don't
it.
want to wait enough. They expect something fast. And
Instant
I go
gratification?
through that with stylists and barbers. They come in, they think off rip, oh, I'm going to be at Hair Artistry, one of the best salons in Southwest Florida, which I take a lot of pride in. It took me a lot of years to get where I'm at. But they're like, oh, let me go to her shop. I'm going to get well known real quick and make crazy amount of money.
Oh, think about all
No.
the girls that after when
Oh,
COVID,
yeah.
they thought that they were better than you. They went and opened a new
And
salon,
open up a new
now
salon.
they're
And I don't hear
out of-
nothing.
They're out of business. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
You said it, I didn't.
I know
Same
I did.
thing.
I'll
But
say some of your names too. You should be ashamed of yourself.
we talk names here. But it's
I've
true.
dropped some names already.
They come in and they think off rip like, oh, I'm there, I'm gonna grow, that's what I'm gonna learn. But it's not. It takes. Let me not even put hairstylists because it's just entrepreneurs. 3 years to fully really build your business.
Yep.
5 years to be like, I'm here. I'm here to stay. 7 years to become an expert. 10 years, oh baby, I'm making my money and it's reoccurring and I don't have to worry
Yes.
about working no more.
Exactly.
This new generation, they want to learn something in a
want it
year.
fast. They
6
want everything
months.
fast.
Shit, 2 weeks. They're like, I haven't had a walk-in. Well, have you done footwork? Have you went and talked to somebody? Well, I thought you were gonna have it. Me? Nobody gave me nothing.
No.
Like there was so many times I've done free hair, free stuff. My mom
Absolutely.
calling me at 11 o'clock and I'm still at Red Salon. Where are you at? You had a child to take care of. Mom, I'm doing this. I said, man, no, dumb people gotta understand. But no, I had to sacrifice to be where I'm at today, and I'm still. As a business owner, first one in, last one out, working 15, 20-hour days. It's a lot to learn a craft and a business, and it's more of just in taking it.
Yeah, when
Really
people
just
see
taking
your
the time.
TikToks and you work
They
so
see,
easy.
I make it look easy until they see me. They're like, she's a whole crackhead out here in these streets doing hair 15, 20-hour days, no
it's true.
food, no
And
water.
They do the
I used to
same.
feed you all the time. though,
Yeah,
when
you
I was
did.
in
Thank
Mexico.
God. Like that's why I'm mad at you're not here no more. I don't
I
get
know.
no
No
CBD,
food.
no food, no
Listen,
drinks,
I
nothing.
haven't had a good wing.
Damn.
That
wings
part.
are fire,
I
too.
Hold
have
on,
not-
I'll challenge you on that wing now.
What,
Oh,
Backstreets? Say Backstreet has some fire
Tubby
chicken wings,
pigs
I will
make
say
a
that.
fucking mean
I don't
ass
know.
wing.
All I know.
They can't.
They just got to get the clientele. There's just not enough people going over there.
All I know is that I used to go watch football at Big Time Tavern, and it was a Sunday thing. It was, and I used to get the mild garlic wings, and
The
they
garlic
were
parm?
huge.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah,
big,
they look like rooster legs.
Yes. And one day, I go in and I get these little tiny, like everything changed, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? And then I found out you were gone.
Like Jason ain't
We
here no
sold
more.
it. We got our money and got out of there.
Good.
But
Good
you know
good
what?
for you.
Yeah,
But
it was
I miss your
I know.
you being
I
there.
actually went there today, and it was pretty pathetic. I walked in there. And
I'm
two
so
people.
sad. It's
no,
pretty
dead
pathetic.
ass. 2 people at the restaurant.
No, for real.
Even I won't say the name of the bartender that was working today, but man, she was like, "We miss you guys." They changed all the food. It's like
Everything.
you guys had a winning environment.
It was like a
winning
soulful
system.
Sunday. Like people came with
Yes.
family. We
Oh,
all knew.
yes.
It would be the
Oh, yeah.
weirdest people in the bar, but we all knew each other and talked to
Yeah,
people.
No, and the way he had the long table set up, like you
For the big
They
tops?
if it was just me and my husband, you can sit another 4 people, and they would
Absolutely.
sit somebody, and we would
And we
just-
all eat together.
At the end of the game, we all knew each other.
Yeah, because it's like, and then plus if you didn't, then we're doing shots or something.
That part.
You know? Oh my
That bar, there was days that I prayed for myself the next morning. Like, I don't know how I'm going to work at 8 in the morning. I got to be a mom, and I'm dying from drinking all night. And it was not
There's
not
days
good.
Where the cleaning lady was waking me up on the booth at the
Oh my
omelet shop.
God.
Jason, Mr. Jason, you need to.
Well, while we're talking about that, as you sold it, as a business owner, when do you know it's time to sell? When you're at a certain peak, you're busy, you're running it, you're making money, and then they're like, "Well, damn, why he sold it? He was banking."
From the first day I opened it, you have to set it up to sell from the day one. Create the right systems, create the right energy, create everything you want from day one. Because
So
then
you had really no hold to that business. It wasn't something that was going to hurt you if you
it's a
lost it.
stepping stone.
See, that's another thing. You cannot mix feelings with business.
I
knew
did
was gonna
that.
crush it though, because when it was Richie B's, I got that place popping. When it was Ocean Breeze, I got that place popping. When the old owner, he came to me and he was like, "Hey, I want you to come be my bar manager." I'm like, "No, I will never work for you again. I'll be your partner." I didn't know if he was gonna say yes or no. I didn't really need it, but he said, "All right, meet me at the lawyer's office tomorrow."
Look at that,
Let's
closed
go.
mouths don't get fed.
Yep. So at first the contract said 10%, and I got up and walked away.
Oh,
He was like,
shoot.
"What are you doing?"
I feel like
"What
you're
are you
trying
doing?"
me at that
10%.
I'm
point.
like,
Man,
"Bro,
that's an
I'll be your
insult.
partner for 49, 51%. The lawyer's right here.
You
can
take
that
49
number
or
real quick."
51.
No, he took the 51. I took the 49.
Nice.
So we got that place popping so fast because I bartended my whole life, so I already had a clientele. And at this place for the last 6 years for 2 different owners, you know? So we get that place going. I ended up buying them out 3.5 years later. So then I owned 100% of Big Ten Tavern, and then I bought the omelet shop from him. The same transaction.
Nice.
It's like, and then a year and a half later, we sold it for 4 times what I bought it for.
What you bought it for?
And you do a lot of, I hear you throughout the podcast, you percentage this, percentage this. Do you think it's smarter to do percentages and give people those, or be always 100% ownership if you can?
So that's a great question. So in partnerships, you have 3 reasons why you need a partner: money, talent, or idea, right? He had the money, I had the talent, he had the idea. So there's a percentage there. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense for a percentage. If you have an idea, you have the money, and you have the talent, do not partner up with anybody. Do your own shit, straight up, because everybody will be talking good game until it's about doing shit, and then something will fuck up being in partnership. Like even with my twin brother, like we, you know, like, that's not easy either.
So
but
working with a family member is very hard
no, it can be
sometimes.
either really, really great, like my cousin Ricky. I've never had an issue with him ever working with him. Numbers are always on point. Everything's good. Jeremy, nothing's ever been off, but he's a dick. Like people want.
He
shit
is definitely
done
that muscle
the right
that
way,
comes
you
through.
know, and he's
Is
done
Jeremy
the
the one
corporate.
at the spot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we're partners in that as well. But yeah, he's hard to work for, but he knows the business
He
so
knows.
good, and
what I like about
when
him
he was
is
there full time, our numbers were the best they ever
that's
been.
what I was gonna tell you when you guys first opened. I went, and he came to the table.
No,
like,
he wasn't there for like 3.5 years. It was just
At the-
me.
At the spot?
No, at the spot. I thought you were talking about Big Ten.
No,
sorry.
at the spot.
Yeah.
When that first opened,
Yeah.
he came to each table.
Hell yeah, you better.
He
Shit.
talked
Hell
about
yes,
the
I mean,
menu.
sure.
better.
Honestly,
He
that makes a
explained-
restaurant though,
Yes.
because
Well,
when the
plus
owner
with
takes
that new
that
concept,
time,
With that
appreciate
concept,
it.
you need to
You
be
have
able
to.
to explain to
It's
people.
like, hey, you can get all your food or drink infused if you want to get a
Exactly.
little high.
Mm-hmm.
Little shout out to the spot.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
But I went there because again, I heard it from you. I heard your name and I was like, oh, I gotta go there. And then I saw your brother and I was like, oh,
Have
this
you
is
ate the
nice.
wings over there?
No, that day.
Same wings. They're so good.
But see, the difference is now I have gastric sleeve surgery, so I
So you can have one wing.
1 or 2.
That's depressing, right?
Smell 'em.
I would be
Smell 'em.
sucking on the bone, eating the cartilage and all.
See, that'd
like-
probably be the way to do it right there. Just dip it in the sauce.
Yeah, but before my surgery at Big Ten Tavern, whew, I used to eat a whole order by myself, and maybe some of my husband.
Nah, no worries.
Now it can last 2
No
to 3
judgment
meals.
zone.
Yeah, now it would last. Yeah, 1 order will be 3 meals.
That's
Yeah.
crazy to me.
It's so hard.
I give it up to you because I looked at myself the other day and I was jumping into pants and my little thing popped and I'm like, oh, damn, Keisha, it's that time. It is that time.
Yeah,
I'm hitting that weight that I need to go run out and do stuff. But being
you.
an entrepreneur, I don't have time to
Time.
cook and eat.
That's some
right.
bullshit,
And
though.
I
That's a
don't.
lie.
I barely don't even drink water. I don't drink water. I'm not even gonna say I barely. I don't drink water unless
If you
I'm
wanted to do
dying.
it, you would do it.
If
Because
I
that's the
really
thing.
wanted to.
Entrepreneurs.
But do I really want
Exactly,
to?
you don't.
I
You're
want to
happy
eat
as hell.
pizza and
Yeah,
martinis
and
all
it's
day.
the same with me. It's always when you're happy. Like, you know, it's like, yeah, fuck it. We'll go eat wings and pizza and
Yeah,
drink. And, you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Like, but if you wanted to, you jump right back in it. It's just all mindset.
That's true. I told my boyfriend that the other day. I'm saying, you know, it's about that time. I need to go back into the gym. Because when I was about it, it was when I lived with my brother. My brother's a boxer. He's going pro in May.
Hey, Felix.
And yeah,
Felix
Felix
coming up,
Camacho.
too.
If you don't
Best
know who
barber
he
in
is,
town.
best barber in town. But he also is like number 7 in the nation when it comes to boxing.
Nice.
So when he's on it, he's on it. He is working out 3 times a day. I'm looking at him like, how are you doing this? And then when he's not, oh, he's chunky. We both look like Doublemint twins. Like, we got no neck or nothing. But when I lived with him, I was waking up at 5 in the morning and running with him. By 7, 8, I was sitting here doing like cardio. Now I'm doing squats. Then I'm meeting him at the boxing gym at 6, 7. But it's because I had somebody to honestly motivate me. I'm here all day. I don't
Accountability.
motivate. Yeah,
Accountability.
it is.
Accountability, yeah.
So then what that's
hard as
telling me is that we all 3 need to hit the gym together.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I just said
We'll
I'm
push
fat,
each
too.
other.
I
All
need to-
4.
I'm just getting a group message with you.
There's only so much
All four.
contouring
Wake you up
makeup
at-
could
Are you
do.
up at 5 in the morning? Because that's
Oh,
when
no.
we're gonna work out.
I would have to assume I would wake all y'all up. Nobody wakes up earlier than me.
See,
What time
yeah.
do you wake up?
4 a.m. every day.
Yeah, you're
Every day,
crazy.
no matter what time you go to
Doesn't
sleep.
matter.
So what's your early
Your
routine?
routine,
Yeah,
yeah.
you wake up
Read.
at 4.
Gotta read. That's it. Personal development.
Are you religious?
Nope,
Okay.
not at all.
What nationality are you?
Ugandan and Italian.
Okay.
That's dope, though. I feel the same way. I talked to Ivan Suarez, and he told me that. He's like, your first 30 minutes of your brain is the most important. So if you're waking up and getting on your phone and straight on Facebook and social media, which I caught myself, I'll be halfway asleep, not even boogers out my eyes. I'm over here. Did I post this last night? How many likes did I get? Did somebody comment back? Do I have to reply? And it gets you clouded real quick. You're now watching videos. It has nothing to do with what you have to do for the day. Or now I see so much negative. There's people arguing stuff, and now I'm caught up like on Love and Hip Hop. But what is that going to benefit me?
Think about it like that, though. When you wake up and you put positive stuff into your brain, immediately your day just crushes it. You
It
know?
does.
Typically, I used to wake up and just get my shoes on, which I need to start doing again, and just put my headphones in and just go listen to podcasts, walking around, you know? Just
Well,
get
now
me
you
some
got
extra
Parlor
steps.
Talk to listen to.
Yeah, hey. I'm excited about that.
Plug.
But,
Well, my morning ritual, after I had uterine cancer and I had to undergo surgery, right? And then after that surgery, I was in deep depression. So I was prescribed antidepressants.
let me get a couple. No, I'm just joking. Sorry.
Well,
She's being serious.
well, no, I really had to like find a different way to deal with my emotions because I knew I didn't want to take medication for the rest of my life. So I started out, I am a Christian, and I try to find a routine that will help me be positive in the morning because I used to wake up mad, like for no reason, just angry. So now I wake up, the first thing I do is I go to my closet or my prayer room and I start praying. I listen to worship music. I listen to a couple of podcasts, but they're not super long. They're like 4 or 5 minutes. I think I shared it with you, girl.
Nice
Yes.
motivational stuff.
Every
Yes,
Quick and
anything
morning.
motivational, anything
Yes.
positive. And then when I started doing that, like I started winging myself off the antidepressants with my doctor's, permission. And I haven't had to have antidepressants in the last. I've been cancer free for 7 years.
That's
So
amazing.
for the last 5 years, I haven't had
Bless.
to take any antidepressants. And
Blessing.
I do that every morning, and I notice that the mornings that I don't start my morning like that, like this morning, my whole day is messed up. Like it's like a domino effect. Like if you start off negative, the next thing will be just negative, and then after that, negative.
It's
But-
definitely a mindset.
Mhm.
And I have to fight myself. It's very important for you to like reset yourself because there's days that you do wake up and naturally you're like, well, damn, this is not working out. Well, fuck, I didn't pay this. And it starts becoming a reoccurring. Then I start thinking, but I'm blessed for this. I got a shop to go to. Like, I lost everything to the hurricane. Everybody's like, oh, it's been hard. So I said, really, I don't think about that. I got somewhere to come to. I got a roof over my head.
Yep.
I didn't lose my life. Car's materialistic, house materialistic. Like, we're good. You start thinking about what you're thankful for, and it'll switch your mindset up real freaking quick.
Gratitude is everything.
Yep.
Yes.
Like if you're not grateful, then you again, like with manifestation or any kind of positive thinking, if you're not grateful, then you'll never get what you really need because you have to have that gratefulness to have your heart open to what you're manifesting is actually going to come.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's like-
And I believe whatever comes out your mouth is what the universe attracts. So if you're constantly negative, saying
Law of
stuff or
attraction.
doubting yourself,
Yeah.
Yep.
it will just happen.
Yeah,
You're
but
just
you know
setting
how
yourself
many
a
people do that
failure.
all the time. They'll just be like, oh, maybe, or I think. That's already doubting yourself.
Exactly.
It's like, no, I will. Like, I tell Chelsea all the time, like, she's changed her whole, vocabulary, because I'll be like, nope, it's this.
No,
Now
I
she tells me.
I
if
talk to
I'm
my
doing
mom
it,
that
you
way.
know?
I tell my mom that. My son, I'm very big on my son. Every day I drop him off. I'm like, Ivan, so what we're going to do today? Have a good day, Mom. And we're going to be what? A difference in this world. And I'll go through it, and he hates it. But I know one day in high school, he's going to be like,
It's because
I'm normal.
I think it's because he's
He's
a
a
boy.
boy.
Because
give me tap of my life sometimes. So hard.
no, because he's a boy, and you're his mom, and he's like. But
Yes, again.
Melissa, she has 2 beautiful little girls.
Yeah, Garcia.
And
Chris-
every
yes.
morning, before she drops them off, she makes them repeat positive affirmations. I am beautiful. Yes, I am beautiful. I am great. I am strong. And they repeat these things. And the little one is so cute because you see the difference in her body language when she's saying those things. The power of the word, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember December 31st, I sat down and wrote down my goals for 2023, and it's a lot of them. And I was like, as I'm writing them, I'm like, yeah, I'm still gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. But one of them was to do more speaking engagements, because I have a nonprofit organization to mentor teen parents, because I was a teen mom. And first week in January, I got an email inviting me to be a keynote speaker.
That's
and
amazing.
I'm like,
Nice.
you know, those are the things that keep
Spoke
me
it into existence.
Exactly.
keep me going, because even if I had a doubt in my head, I didn't let it. I didn't let that keep going on my head. I had a doubt, and I was like, "Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Can I do that?" But you know what? Yes, I'm gonna write it down because I'm gonna do it. It's just talking positive to yourself.
It is.
Well, think about like all the, even just people thinking about, oh man, I don't have this money to pay this bill, or you know, always thinking negatively when it comes to that. It's always going to come to you like that. You know, it's like if you
It's
live in
not.
abundance and try to really just understand that, it's so powerful.
So with you being somebody that reads a lot, what are 3 books that you would tell us to read or your audience to read? Because I need some new books.
Law of Attraction,
Okay.
The 4 Agreements, and The One.
I've read the other 2. The One. What is that
One,
about?
It makes you understand that you have to dominate one thing before you can branch off and go and do all these other things. Like, for instance, you have to make your bed in the morning, right?
Yep.
That's the first thing that you won. You already won for that day. That's like key. You have to start your day off with wins, little wins all day to just continue the momentum. But The One is awesome. The 4 Agreements I love. Like
I've read those 2 and the 48 Laws of
48 Laws of Power.
That
is so
changed
good.
my life. And my ex-fiance gave it to me,
God.
and he was a narcissist. And I believe he learned a lot off
For
of that
good or
book.
bad. You really can.
Yeah, you really can. You can use it to really destroy somebody. I talked to Icey about that during COVID because he was telling me,
keeps
read
bringing
that
that
book.
book up,
No,
like
it's
because
just
it's true.
nothing.
You
I mean,
can
it's
really
just like,
change life
If
like
everybody's using it against you, you need to know what's
You need
going
to know.
on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You need to know.
Never outshine the master.
And now we're closing up Parlor Talk. But before we close, you are an entrepreneur. You got all this stuff going on, a great personality. You're making changes not only in people that you're giving jobs to, but family members, friends, people on the street that you don't even know.
Yes.
Tell us what you got going on. What's
Yeah,
new?
what's
What
your
we
next
what we looking up
adventure?
to?
What's the next move? And
What's the
and
next move?
how are you gonna collab with Parlor Talk?
Yes.
Well, I actually am getting my street vendor license for down in Key West to sell
Ooh.
some walking tacos right on the street.
I like
Okay.
I'm
that.
very excited about that.
Hell
Because
yeah.
the hot dog line is raping people and they're always fucking busy. It's like, what is a hot dog? It's for $9.
For real,
Oh
it's
my
a big
God.
lot dogs?
I don't know, whatever big is for you. No,
Size is in the eye of the
no,
beholder.
it's like I don't know. It's a bigger one, but it's either way, it's $9.
It's still a hot dog.
So I'm thinking we can capitalize on that, and then I'm gonna keep the other one quiet because it's a lot, and I don't know if my lawyers are cool with me talking about it yet.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's okay.
Well, listen, when
Oh, you're not my lawyer, babe. You're my
So-
fiance.
so
Look at the
the
fiance.
boss has spoken. So with that being said, when it's ready and you're ready to launch it, just give us a call
Let's
and come
do
right
it.
back to
We'll
We'll
release it
Yeah.
on Parlor Talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exclusive.
Yes.
I'm good with it. Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Can't be exclusive because I already. But yeah,
Right?
we'll
Little
give it
round
to you
table.
first.
Okay.
Give it to you first.
Give it to you first. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
And then before we lead off to and you explain where they can follow you and all that, now our entrepreneurs, what is the one advice that you'll give them right now, 2023?
One thing.
Or 2,
Or top 5.
top 5, whatever you want, as fast as you can talk, whatever
Well, I
you
guess
want
we
to
already
do.
kind of went over don't listen to people that you don't want to buy into their lifestyle or want to be like or whatever. That's pretty important. Number 2 would just be work your ass off. Like just work your ass off. Whatever you want to do. A lot of people say find something you're passionate at doing, but if you're passionate at drawing and it's not going to make you any money, then find something that is going to make you money, monetize to be able to do your hobby to actually maybe get some money.
Exactly.
And be real careful who you let in your corner because most of the people that are closest to you will snake right, like they're the biggest snakes. You know what I'm saying?
So in other words, get everything in writing.
Oh yeah, any kind of
Contracts.
business partnerships, write it up, get it written up, spend the extra money to get a lawyer. Just be real careful who you go to bed with, because, like I said, it's all happy at the beginning, and then shit changes real quick.
People
So
change real quick.
People change real quick.
Especially when it comes around with money.
Money. Yeah.
Money's the root of all
Greed.
evil.
Greed.
And where can we find you at? Where can they find you at?
Well, you can find me in Key West most of the time, or traveling the world.
What's the address in Key West? Because I've never been to Key
621 Duval
West.
Street.
Ooh,
Yeah,
we
for
should
real.
make we should
Me
make a
either.
Key
I have
West
not
trip.
been
We
there
could do a
either.
podcast at the Key West shop.
Yes, that's what we talking about.
That's a right off there. That's a right off there.
So what's the address to the Key West?
621 Duval Street. It's the spot. We're right in between Darubas and Art Gallery. You'll complete body defense Key West. You'll smell us.
Smell us.
What
It's
about the address for the spot here?
Right here is 909 Southeast 47 Terrace, Unit 101, 102. If you need your medical marijuana license, my mom runs that. Her name's Lisa.
Lisa's
We'll
amazing.
get you all set
To
up.
make sure you're always updated on all your L's that you need to get your goodies.
And then if you need any CBD, Delta 8, THCO, HHC, any of that pain creams, we got you here. Go talk to G or Sammy. If you need to go get some good food and live entertainment, Torch Bar and Grill.
Yes.
If you're ever out in Las Vegas, Lucino's Pizzeria. If you're ever out in Ohio, NEO Sports Facility. If you're ever in Del Prado, if you go to the gym, go to Esporta, go get a smoothie from Juicy. We missing anything? Yeah, the flea market. If you need any CBD, we still have
The
that.
Flea Master,
The
'cause
Flea
there's two of
Masters.
them.
We're in D41. And if you get in an accident, let us know. We pay for referrals.
Oh man, got you.
He got you on every
everything.
route.
We got you for sure.
You're the guy.
You
You are the
for the
guy.
most part.
So Jason,
I do want to thank you for everything that you did for the community after the hurricane. I know you've been doing a lot for the community before the hurricane, but I personally remember I had my grandkids with me, and we were driving around. I was trying to find gas, and I couldn't find. I gave up, and then I was driving home, and I passed by the Torch, and you were there personally serving people food, and I want to thank you for that.
Yes.
Because there was no cameras, there was no pictures, no advertisement. It was just
that speaks
you
volumes.
giving to the community, and I appreciate you for that. And you will always have my business.
Always have mine
Always.
too.
Hell yeah.
And Jason, why don't you spell out your last name so they can find you on all social media platforms?
Oh yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah. So it's Jason Bhimji, Bhimji.
And you also have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, but we kind of took a break on that.
Okay.
It's all right. You can be part of Parlor Talk. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with the get down.
Hell yeah. Well, you already know it's Shhmoney.
It's your girl Enya.
I am Dee Dominguez. This was Parlor Talk. Tune in, please like, subscribe, follow.
Get 'em.
This is a community project. We want you guys to chime in, DM us questions, ideas, anything you want us to talk about, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all
Till
good.
next
Have a good one. Thank you.
Yes.